Hey there all, it's me PrettyTAF. In this video, I give you every possible damage output which can be performed by the Type 63 tactical rifle. I have tested this weapon at every possible tier and pack-a-punch level to find out definitively which is the best tactical rifle in Cold War Zombies. Note that as time goes on, these values are subject to change at the discretion of the developers. In this video, I will cover all the damages at tiers, pack-a-punch damages, TTK, DPS and class comparisons. We will also cover every facet so you know for sure which tactical rifle reigns supreme. You can also find the damages of every single weapon in my database, which you can find in the description and in the pinned comment below. So without further ado, let's get into it. In multiplayer, the Type 63 is a pretty lethal weapon. In the right hands, you can spam that high-powered freedom at your enemies to mop them up with ease. But is it the same in zombies? Let's find out. So at common tier, so the starting tier, the Type 63 deals 60 damage to the body, 165 damage to the head, and 15 to armor. For uncommon, it's 87 to the body, 239 to the head, and 21 to armor. For rare, it's 114 to the body, 313 to the head, and 28 to armor. For epic, it's 183 to the body, 503 to the head, and 45 to armor. And finally, at legendary, it does 264 damage to the body, 726 to the head, and 66 to armor. So now that we know how much damage it does at every tier before Pack-a-Punch, what is the increase in damage from base? How much does it change? Well, I will tell you. From the base weapon, it doesn't have any change because it's the starting damage, of course, so for common it's 0%. Uncommon, it has a change of 45% from base. For rare, it's 90%, epic is 205, and legendary has an increase of 340%. Given that 300% is the normal typical value, you can see the Type 63 stands out as an outlier to this figure. So with all that out of the way, we can get to what you probably came for, the Pack-a-Punch damages. But firstly, I will show you the PAP damages for common to rare. Do with them as you wish, take a screenshot, disregard, I really don't care. So let's get into the epic and legendary Pack-a-Punch values since you'll be relying on those mostly to survive. So at epic level 1, the Type 63 deals 375 to the body, 1031 to the head, and 93 to armor. For epic level 2, it's 731 to the body, 2011 to the head, and 182 to armor. And for epic level 3, you're looking at 1481 to the body, 4075 to the head, and 370 to armor. At legendary, the 63 does 540 to the body for level 1, 1485 to the head, and 135 to armor. For legendary level 2, you're looking at 1053 to the body, 2895 to the head, and 263 to armor. And the max damage this weapon can deal at legendary Pack-a-Punch level 3, you're looking at 2133 to the body, 5865 to the head, and 533 damage per shot to armor. I would tell you how they compare to the other weapons in class, but all of that will be revealed in the last section. So if you want to know how I got these values and by what rules the 63 follows, listen here for the logics. So to get the armor damage, you divide the body damage by 4, which gives you armor damage. To get the body, you multiply the base tier body by 2.05, that gives you the base level 1 Pack-a-Punch body damage. For the critical logic, so headshot logic, you multiply the body by 2.75 since it's a 2.75 headshot multiplier. And for Pack-a-Punch levels 1 to 2, you increase it by 1.95, and for levels 2 to 3, it has an increase of 2.03. So knowing what we now know, how well does the Type 63 fare you when the enemies are at max health at round 41? At round 41, they have a max health of 30,000, but you yourself will surely have every perk and one maxed out weapon to fight them with. So let's find out the DPS, TTK, and how powerful Ring of Fire makes the Type 63. So when you're fully maxed out, the Type 63 deals 2,133 to the body, 12,833 damage per second, it takes 15 shots to kill at max health, and it has a TTK of 2.32 seconds. For the critical, so headshots, you're looking at 11,730 damage per bullet, 70,575 DPS. It takes 3 critical shots to kill and has a critical TTK of 0.33 seconds. And finally for armor, you're going to be dealing 799 damage per shot, and it has an armor DPS of 4,807. So of course, when you use the Ring of Fire, you increase the damage the weapon does by 5 times. So how much damage does it do, and what are the stats for the following? So with the Ring of Fire, for a body damage per shot, you're looking at 10,665. It has a body DPS of 64,167. It takes 3 body shots to kill, and it has a body TTK of 0.33 seconds. So if critical, you're looking at a damage per shot of 58,650. It has a critical damage per second of 352,877. It takes 1 shot to the head to kill, and it has a TTK of instantaneous, so it's an insta-kill. And finally, armor with Ring of Fire is 3,995 damage per shot, and it has an armor DPS of 24,036. So that is everything I could possibly test for the Type 63. So let's finally have a look about how the 63 stacks up to its fellow tactical rifles. In terms of how much damage the Type 63 deals per shot at legendary tier before being upgraded, it deals the most damage, beating the godlike M16 by 24 damage points, which is a nice one for the 63. In terms of how much damage it does when pack punched at level 3 at legendary tier, it is the most powerful, smashing its counterpart the DMR 14 and also beating the M16 by a fair amount. So if you have a super fast trigger finger, you could really deal some damage using this weapon. In terms of maxed out DPS, the Type 63 ranks 3rd, so second to last, with a lower DPS and TTK when compared to the Burstfire AUG and the M16. The DPS was obviously going to suffer, but it still beats the DMR on all fronts. And finally, in terms of max perk, pack punch level and tier, the Type 63 is 3rd again because it's not a burst weapon, it's a single shot rifle. So in total, you could consider it the 3rd best tactical rifle to use in Call of Duty Cold War Zombies. If you had to choose between the DMR 14 and the Type 63, I would choose the 63 any day. Maybe the max damage barrel setups can tip the balance, but that's a video for another day. And that, ladies and gents, brings us to the end of the video. I hope you liked it, found it useful and informative. Be sure to like and subscribe for further content just like this. And don't forget to check out the aforementioned database down in the description. Like and sub and stuff, stay safe, stay healthy, and have a good day. Bye bye.